you gonna be ready when that time comes, or you gonna continue to indulge in the imagination of your own heart?
And all these curses are going to come upon us, right? Cursed shall thou be in the city. Book of Hosea chapter 5 and verse 15. I will go.
I know I do go. I should go. Right
All praise to the house.
Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Shalom all out here, keeping his word and charity.
God, I want to go. Tell me.
We are the Hebrew Israelites out here to speak to the people, the lost sheep of the house of Israel, who call themselves Black, Native American, Hispanic, and all these other genetically modified nationalities. We're here to give you the word of the Most High, and we know that you don't have an ear to listen, but we're gonna come out here in the highways and byways anyway to give you that word, to give you that light, so that you can be changed for righteousness' sake. Let me get Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 1.
How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
You believe in the Bible? Come listen to the word real quick.
You know your nationality?
That's a good question.
True answer. That's a good answer.
Yes. Bring it out. Wake them up, Bob.
Because the problem is we call ourselves different nationalities that was given to us by our oppressors. When our real nationality, we're the Israelites. We're the Israelites of the Bible. And being an Israelite comes with certain responsibilities and certain things that we're supposed to be doing on this earth right now to uphold the righteousness of the Most High, to glorify the Most High. And that thing we should be following is the commandments. But we have been programmed to do contrary to the word of the Most High, and that's why we're at a low estate right now. You ever read about the curses in Deuteronomy?
Bring it out, Doc.
Because you have a lot of religions out here and a lot of people that tell you that this book is a white man's book when really it's not. It's really a book that our ancestors have passed down from us. They had to experience these things. They wrote it for us, you know, with the power of the Most High, and they left it for us, a blueprint for how to live on this earth. Let me get Deuteronomy 28.
15.
Let me get Deuteronomy 28.
15.
Verse 1. So our purpose here is to be holy people, right? And he gave us curses and he gave us promises as well. And that's what we base our faith on as well. So let me get that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
He said, if my children Israel listen to me, hearken to me diligently, he was going to set us above all nations. If you look around economically, education-wise, are we on the top? No. Because why? We didn't listen to the commandments. And this is, let me get 7:6 real quick.
Bring it out.
Let me show him what the Most High told Moses.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
A holy people meaning set apart people, or set apart people.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So he set us to be above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So now that you got this information, what I want to break down to you also is the purpose, is our purpose. Let me get that in Deuteronomy chapter 10. I think it's chapter 10 verse 12. Yeah, 10 verse 12.
And now, this is Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does he require of you?
but to fear the Lord thy God.
The fear of the Most High is the first step into understanding. And you get what I'm saying? So you have to fear him. The God that created the stars, the moon, the animals, you're supposed to fear him. It's a respect thing.
To walk in all his ways and to love him and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So with every breath you take, every day you wake up, you're supposed to be serving the Most High. You're supposed to be meditating on his word. And you're supposed to be being a light unto the other nations in rulership. Does that sound like something you should be doing?
Yeah.
But instead we're contrary people to the word right now. We're on the bottom, we're cursed in the city. Let me get the curses. Now I'm gonna give you the bad things that was gonna happen to us. And this is how we identify who Israel actually is. Let me get 28:15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now he said all these curses are gonna come upon us and overtake us if we don't listen. And that's exactly what we did. We didn't listen. So what's the first curse?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So when you go into any city in the Americas or throughout the world, where are we at? We're homeless, in the street, on drugs, drinking hard, prostitution, you know? And what else?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
You remember Colin Kaepernick? When he knelt down, he was cursed on that football field. But we was also cursed in the cotton field, the sugar cane field, and the work field today.
Jeez.
Last fire, you get what I'm saying?
Cursed shall thy basket, shall be thy basket in thy store.
So we don't have any real economic might here. Every store that you go to is owned or another nation is in there, and they're benefiting off of us. They're like leeches. They're sucking the life out of us. And everything we do, they benefit off of. From buying getting a fishing license, that's a God-given right to eat. But now you got to get a license to do that. We can't just take a flight and go anywhere. We need to have a passport or something. And we always have to get that from our oppressor. Let me get 32. What 32 say?
This is verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
All right. Read that one more time for me.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So nothing has really changed even from this time up until now. Because our sons and our daughters be given to other people through foster care, through adoption. You get what I'm saying? They given to other people through abortions. You get what I'm saying? So nothing has really changed. Do you identify with that curse? We identify with that, right? Let me get 47.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies.
We shall serve our enemies. So how did we get over here? You remember how we got over here? How does history tell us we got over here? Yep. By way of slave ship, right? And we're going to serve our enemies for the abundance of all things. So anything you need, like that polo shirt you got right there, who own that? Who's the manufacturer? Right? And that Gucci mask. Right, so everywhere we go, if we want something to eat, something to drink, something to wear, we got to go to our enemies for that. Why is that? Because we didn't listen to the law, statutes, and commandments that was given to us. And did you know that the slave trade was in the Bible as well? Yeah. You knew that? All praises. All praises. Let me read it for you again, 68. And I'm going to just let you go.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
All right, so Egypt is synonymous for slavery and bondage.
You put it out for
when you read in the Bible, you have to let the Bible define itself because it's a separate book. It's not gonna agree with a lot of the, ideologies of the outside world. So let me get
I'm just
5
saying
and
we don't
6.
smoke,
Or
just out of
already
respect
there?
for us.
Exodus 20.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is synonymous with bondage. Let me get 68 one more time.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into bondage or slavery again with ships.
And that happened 1619, if I'm not mistaken.
Got a flag.
That's
You don't
exactly
believe in the
what
Bible?
happened. So is there anything else you need to know? You know, as Israel, you need to follow these law, statutes, and commandments.
You believe
You're gonna
in
be
my
good. Stay prayed up, stay diligent,
believe in that?
and actually
Why you got the
have a
eye
mind and a
on your
heart to do the work. Because the world is getting worse, and the time is at hand. So we have to repent. We have to repent and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments.